When I started to think of the story, it wasn't supposed to be like this. What you see now is the product of fine-tuning a story that has been changed numerous times.
I'm so sorry, John. Your father just passed away.
Unlike many professional film productions, the plot of our story actually changed during filming. As we realized that we don't have the ability to film such scenes, we took the initiative to preserve as many of the scenes that we filmed before and put them into a more realistic story. As it turns out, the story became more believable and realistic and more similar to what we, as students, may experience in our lives. In the beginning, John started out as a teenage boy who recently lost his father, which causes him to become depressed and became more of an introvert.
Do not touch me! We had an agreement.
Even though the audience may not know John's past personalities, his interactions with the supporting cast, such as Nicole and Patrick, showed how much John has changed.
You ain't seeing nothing, Patrick. You got that?
We casted Jonathan to play John as the main character due to his abilities to remain emotionless in different situations. His emotionless reactions helped shape a John that is visibly affected by the sudden change in his life. Verge tells us a story of how a teenager's life can be influenced by such small decisions he makes. Carmen, who plays John's girlfriend, has excellent amount of acting experience, allowing us to take advantage to portray how John's small decisions has also affected those around him.
What? You're joking, right?
She creates a sense of insanity, but at the same time sane, from the perspective of a normal human being.
Have you seen John?
No. I'll go look for him.
John's mother, who was played by Jenny, experienced the frustration that is caused by such wild emotions.
So you go, all right.
Verge is where the whole film stands, a single line to define what is normal and what is not. At a later stage in the movie where John meets Smith, we can see how desperate John has become after isolating himself from the ones who truly cared about him.
Fine, Smith. Count me in.
His decision at that stage was the main reason why so many teenagers facing the same situation fall into the wrong path in life.
I got something to cheer you up. Let's go.
When Clovis agreed to act in the film, the idea of Smith came into my head as an all-smile but ruthless gangster. Due to Clovis's experience in acting out the villain, his acting suited his character.
Why did I ever recruit you, dumbass?
It's okay, John. We understand if you're afraid. After all, this is a job for a real man. Nothing a boy like you can handle it.
Grace, who plays Smith's sister, became the second catalyst in creating a whole different world which John becomes involved in. Using acts of sedation and persuasive techniques that teenagers usually fall for, Grace's character, Allie, shows the terrible reality of John's fragility state.
I'm here to stop you. This is crazy what you're doing, John.
Patrick, the character that I played for in the film, is a type of character that comes in and out of the film at different stages. First, as a close friend who was abandoned by John, then the silent guardian behind him. At grade 9, most of us had the first taste in making a film in drama class. I founded Teens Film Production because I wanted to take filming a level higher. Most of our team members were full-time students from Diocesan Boys School, once taught by our production advisor, Heather Cooper. The rest were from other top Hong Kong secondary schools and were friends of our team. Even though none of us were actually true professionals at that time, everyone's work was perfectly fitted and contributed a lot towards the final end product of our film production. However, as full-time Hong Kong students, we had a lot of limitations when it comes to resources. Time was never on our side. Sometimes we filmed from morning till midnight, and sometimes even a few days a week. This was originally a 2-year project funded by our school, Diocesan Boys School, but we had to extend it to 3 years because of continuous changes to our filming schedule. Different team members came to help in each filming session, taking up different jobs. Originally, we had a specific job type for each person, but it became impossible for us to follow through due to a lack of manpower. Sometimes we might have a dozen members to help out in a filming session, but there was even once where we only had 2 backstage crew. Our filming locations were mainly around the DBS campus, as the story is set in a school. We had to contact different school departments to seek permission to use different areas, such as storage rooms to classrooms. Our location managers tried to prepare locations that were most suited towards the storyline, but as limitations hold, we had to transform certain rooms into filming sets situated in our story. We had setup sessions before the filming commences to ensure the cast and the crew's efficiency, and it was mainly because of their efforts that we were able to keep up with our filming schedule. We planned to have one premiere of our movie before we all graduate because it would be like a grand finale to the hard work we had contributed over the 3 years. And to be honest, it wasn't like what I expected, but it was a very happy ending to what it seems an accomplishment to all of us. To be a part of the leading committee of such scale of a student-based film production was basically a dream come true for myself, and I couldn't be any more happier with the ultimate outcome I see in front of me right now. To be honest, this is not the hard work of one single person. It was the talent, the sweat, and the accomplishment of an entire production team. And I would like to thank the acting crew, Jonathan for sticking up with us for almost every single filming session, Carmen for showing us how influential her acting talent can bring to every character, Clevis for tolerating the heat in the storage room set, Grace for agreeing to become one of the main characters even though she had no prior acting experience, Jenny for coming across the world to help us film, and last but not least, all the extra actors, including those whom stand in from the backstage crew. I also owe huge thanks to the entire Teens Film Production Committee and our production advisor Heather for helping me supervise every single procedure from pre-production to filming and even until the post-production period. Your advice not only helped the team become more united, but also allow us to be more efficient as a team. Thanks must also be given to all the members of TFP, whether they be filming crew, backstage, or post-production crew, because all the product you see here today is because of their time and effort in these few years. I also wish to thank my alma mater, Diocesan Boys School, for the continuous support in financial funding, location providing, and other fields. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank my parents and all the parents of TFP members, because their support and their guidance is what allowed us in completing this movie.
What have you become?
It's okay, John.
This is not what he would have wanted, John.
Why not? You scared?